guys, welcome to a brand new video on my channel, Meg's Movies. If you are new to this channel, this is basically where I talk to you guys about my passion for movies. This goes from collections, hauls, reviews, and today's video, so let's get into it. And we are back with another Ghostbusters review, and today it is Ghostbusters 2. So just to give you a very basic plot summary, we are back with our crew of Ghostbusters. And this time around, there is this Vigo the something Carpathian. I think that's how you say it. And basically there's this slime in New York and it's causing nothing but issues, basically. I'm not going to say any more than that because I try and stay as spoiler free as possible. So yeah, that's basically just a very basic plot summary, I know. But yeah, so my thoughts on Ghostbusters 2. Now, I will admit, for me, looking back on all the Ghostbusters films, this one and the Ghostbusters all-female version tie together because it depends on how I'm feeling at the time as to which one I prefer. I think it is because the villain this time around, although had a very sort of like bad plot in the sense of what he was trying to do, I still feel like the villain in the first one was better. And so for me, the second one, when it comes to the villain, it sort of like downplays it a little bit. Also, the whole slime thing feels a bit weird in a sense. I know obviously the Ghostbusters films are weird, but the whole slime thing is a little weird, and especially near the end with the Statue of Liberty, because I'm not going to say any more on that and what happens with that. But apart from that, it is still a really enjoyable sequel. Like I've said before in a previous video, I enjoy all the Ghostbusters films. I don't think there's one I actually hate. I really enjoy each and every one of them in some form. And as I say, it's nice to see all the actors come back for this one, because with sequels, sometimes either actors get replaced, or if an actor doesn't want to come back, they might kill him off or anything like that. But with this one, every single person came back, which was really cool to see. I do like that. And say they haven't changed either, like they're the same characters. And I'd say the effects in this are pretty good as well. I do admit, like, I do love 80s effects. I think they're fun. But yeah, with Ghostbusters 2, this is one of the ones I don't return to that much. But I think it's because the second one had quite a lot to live up to in the first one. Bill Murray still stands out in the sequel as he did in the first one. I will say this time he feels a little bit more over the top compared to the first one. The first one felt more subtle, whereas this one he kind of pushed the boat a little bit. But it was still the good kind of over the top, not the, oh my god, that's too much. But yeah, it was fun to see the characters again, and the plot does kind of feel a little bit similar to the first one in the sense of near the end. But yeah, I don't know what else I can say about this film. I do enjoy this film, but it's a toss-up between this one and, like I said, the all-female one as to which one I will put at the bottom. I'm really not sure. But overall, this is actually a pretty good sequel. And a lot of the times, sequels can be a hit or miss. And especially when you have something as classic as Ghostbusters, like how well known and how classic it is, you can have a little bit of a thing where it's like, you hope the sequel goes okay. I mean, it's things like, for example, A Nightmare on Elm Street, where you had a good first couple of sequels and then it went downhill. Whereas with this one, you had 2 good sequels, then you had a reboot, then you had 2 other movies come out. So for me, like I said, Ghostbusters 2 is still enjoyable. It's still a fun time. I do have a good laugh with this one. I do love the bit with the dancing toaster. I'm not going to say any more on that bit either. That's certainly a different thing to see, was a dancing toaster. But yeah, I also say the side villain, as you would put it, like the sidekick to the villain, he annoyed me. I'm not going to lie, he was a little bit annoying. But I will say I liked how Rick Moranis got a bit more of a role in this one, especially after the first one, because they could have just not brought him back. They could have just gone, oh yeah, you know, he was in the first one, it's fine. But they brought him back and they gave him a bit more of a role in this one, so I think that is pretty cool that they did that. But yeah, overall, it is a really good sequel. It is fun, entertaining. So like I said, for me, I just think the villain, although had a bit of a dark plan, I think I just prefer the villain in the first one. I don't know why, but it's just the way it is. But yeah, I don't know what else more I can say on Ghostbusters 2. That's all I can really think about. I can't think of anything else. So with this one, I give this an 8 out of 10. So like I said, it is still enjoyable. It is still fun. But like I said, it's one of those ones where it's like, when I watch the Ghostbusters films, Ghostbusters 2, I wouldn't go to automatically. It might be one that I watch after a couple of the other ones. But yeah. So I look forward to seeing where I put this in my ranking, because once I rewatch the female one, I'd love to see which one I go for into the ranking. But yeah, so apologies for the very short and very sort of like simple review for Ghostbusters 2. But I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then do give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to this channel, then go ahead, hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell down below to be notified when I post. And also leave me your comments and thoughts on Ghostbusters 2. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? I mean, for me, this feels like the Scream 3 of the franchise, you know, where it's like, Scream 3 was good, but it's not as good as the others, and things like that. So it's one of those where I'm kind of comparing it to that, you know? Where it's like with Scream, I love every single sequel we've had. But the third one is the one where I'm just not as hyped for it. So, yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.